with a wheel brace, hiding behind a cupboard in the music room. He said he was there to get contraband because he was short of money and had family commitments. Counsel for Rose, Mr Ian Pollock, said all the money his client had won from boxing had gone, a situation supported by his former manager, Mr Jack Rennie, who said what had happened was out of character and could only be put down to drinking. He said Rose now had a great incentive to do well in a Fitzroy gymnasium, where he would be training Aboriginal boxers. The magistrate, Mr O'Donoghue, told Rose it's a great pity that a man who has enjoyed your success finds himself in this position. He said he had considered a jail term.
Well, the one-time boxing hero, Lionel Rose, has suffered a heart attack. The former world champion is in a serious condition in the Warrigal Hospital in Gippsland.
Well, the reason I chose to move back to the country, doing Warrigal, was because I wanted to bring my boy, my son, up in the country.
Don't come near me. Go away from me.
That's okay.
Without Jenny, I don't know where Lionel would be. I mean, she is the most amazing woman, one of the most amazing women I've ever met in my life, for the sincerity, and she's been there at the start of his career and at the end of his career, and more to the point, like when he's needed her, when he's had heart attacks, and when he's been down and out, Jenny has been rock solid. So he knows it. Lionel knows it. He, by his own admission, he hasn't been the perfect husband, but then, you know, as I said before, you know, he has made mistakes. He'd be the first to admit it.
She's critical of him when he plays up, and she adores him when he's good, but that love, it never changes. That love is as rock solid. Has been, I think it's a love that started in teenage years and just kept growing.
Start with 2.
Yeah.
Okay. There's plenty more there. I'll get a serviette out, okay? I think we've learned over the years that we do have culture clashes, but that's okay. If that makes sense. Because he's not going to change, and I'm not going to change either, so we just have to either accept it or move on.
It's that kind of relationship, you know. No one will ever chip it away. Lionel would cheat and do all those things. Jenny never would, because that's Jenny. She's 6 foot tall and could pretty much kick a Sherman tank to pieces if she wanted to.
What you doing, boy? Where's the all go? How are ya? Are you happy? You happy? I'm coming down to see you.
Lionel goes every day over to see his mum. Every day. He trots over, even if it's an hour or 2 hours.
The Jackson track, we lived out there then, didn't we?
Yeah. He always lets her know what he's doing, still.
Well, Bill Regnier. Do you remember Bill Regnier?
Yeah, I remember Bill Regnier.
Remember they shot him down at Garfield sawmill?
Yeah. Would have been...
He's a good bloke too, Bill Regnier. Who's owned the mill then? Shaughnessy.
Roy O'Shannessy.
Roy O'Shannessy. They used to do a bit of pugging too, I think.
Yeah,
well, look, if you can't look after your family, who can you look after? And, of course, my mum, I remember the days when we used to eat black tea and dabba. So now, when I acquired the riches and that, well, that's the first thing I did when I spent it on my family. So, you know, and I spent a lot on myself too. And other people.
He got a phone call from Charlie Perkins, and he and Charlie often agreed on things and often disagreed on things. but it was when I think Clive Holding was Minister for Aboriginal Affairs and Charlie Perkins was the secretary, first ever Aboriginal secretary for Aboriginal Affairs, and he felt that sometimes people didn't listen to him or tell him what was going on, but they would talk to Lionel. He rang him and asked him would he be interested in working for the government, but mostly talking to kids.
I remember I opened up a couple of gymnasiums. I had one in Mordialloc Youth Club, teaching kids boxing. It was only a phone call and say, look, can you help us out, or maybe a publicity shot, or come down and just let the kids meet you. And he was there. He was there. And to see the look on those kids' faces for when Lionel Rose walked into that gymnasium was priceless.
Long after the shouting was gone and he walked out of the ring for the last time, the media still decided that when there's a chance to have a go, they do. A long time ago, he reconciled himself to deal with it the best way he could, and the best way to do that generally is silence.
I think he's always felt a bit uncomfortable with the limelight. If he does do a sportsman's night, again through his modesty, he's not there to sell himself.
The live quality product Lionel Cup. 40 years ago today, where Lionel Rose, who is standing here with me, who I welcome to Logan Park, and standing next to Lionel is one of our sponsors, John Williams, from John Williams Creative Hairdressing. But it's 40 years next month since that epic final fight in Tokyo when Lionel became the world bantamweight boxing champion when he defeated Fighting Harada. And I think it's something all Australia was very proud of back 40 years ago, and we are equally as proud today to have a former world boxing champion with us. And I think we should show our appreciation of a great champion. And I would now ask Lionel, on behalf of the Harada Rose world title fight, to make a trophy presentation, and congratulations to you, Dennis.
For a certain period in the late 1960s and early 1970s, Lionel Rose was the best known Aboriginal person on the planet. His fame was huge. The pressures, therefore, that were placed on him in terms of expectations from all directions would have been enormous and spectacular. That the man has even survived that is again a measure of the man.